Marina Mabrey assaulting Caitlin Clark last night, and her team pretty much justifying it. One thing I can tell you for sure is that now the WNBA has broken their silence about the assault and about everything that transpired. This is what they had to say. Let's pull it up. It stated that Marina Mabrey technical foul from last night's Fever game has been upgraded to a flagrant 2. The league told ESPN a flagrant 2 comes from a standard fine. Additionally, Sophie Cunningham was fined separately for her hard foul with 46 seconds left to play, and no player will be...
Just when it seemed the WNBA drama couldn't get any messier, in walks a plot twist straight out of a daytime soap. Marina Mabrey clapped back. No peace offering, just receipts and shade. Now the league's floating a 3-game ban like it's a national emergency, all because Sophie Cunningham dared to stand up instead of sitting quietly while chaos unfolded. Buckle up. This is petty, with a whistle.
Marina Mabrey has responded to the to everything that's going on in my opinion, the best way possible. In my opinion, the best way possible. Like, this is what players need to realize. Like, when they it is a better thing to just take the high road in any scenario.
Marina Mabrey didn't just respond. She pirouetted into the chaos like a ballerina with a grudge, while the WNBA circled her like hawks, debating a 3-game timeout as if she'd body slammed the commissioner. Her clapback had all the grace of someone officially done with the nonsense. And this potential ban. Nothing screams, "We've got this under control," like threatening suspensions while ignoring the real mess. Sophie Cunningham getting turned into a cautionary tale for daring to defend a teammate.
You don't have to touch her, but you trying to swat like you're LeBron James, it's not safe, man. It's not safe. Come on, fam. This is why you're getting called a dirty player. Because you're playing out of control. Even when you're guarding up somebody, you get to hacking dribblers, the ball handler. You get to hacking them. You get to slapping their arms when they get the ball. Even Kate Martin ended up pointing at you during a rival. Like, why? You're not going to call this ref? She's slapping the heck out of me. You have to control yourself.
The irony's thick enough to spread on toast. Marina's real crime is refusing to play prop in this bizarre soap opera, yet she's the one under review. Meanwhile, elbows are flying like dodgeball traps and the refs are blinking like confused Roombas. Marina's response? A perfect mix of humor, heat, and that vibe of someone holding receipts, and a breakup playlist. At this point, if the WNBA wants a highlight reel, they might as well film the aftermath. The punishment committee's getting more screen time than half the starters.
Sophie Cunningham making sure she's even more loved or hated. We've seen Angel Reese trademarking me bounds, which I still think is genius. The best thing to do is play around with the joke. Like, if you see a joke on your name, turn it into try to turn it into a positive thing, and then try and monetize off it. But Marina Mabrey commented on TikTok about the whole situation, and this is what she said: "Every time they comment, I make dollars." And I mean, I don't think she's wrong.
And let's not kid ourselves. If Caitlin Clark had even breathed the way Marina Mabrey did, she'd be halfway to the parking lot before the whistle stopped echoing. Ejected, fined, and probably booked for a sensitivity workshop by lunchtime. She'd be painted as a menace for showing a spine, while the actual aggressors are out here snagging Gatorade deals and getting hailed like they cured world hunger. This isn't just a double standard. It's a full-blown double-decker hypocrisy sandwich, served with a side of, why are we like this?
We knew the WNBA old guard, the Monica McNutts, the Natalie Esquires, we knew they were going to have some nonsensical takes after what took place last night. Between Sophie Cunningham putting JC Sheldon in a nice clinch, between Marina Mabrey running downhill like a safety in the NFL, from the dust-ups between Caitlin Clark and JC Sheldon, Marina Mabrey swinging, spinning back fist on Aaliyah Boston that didn't get called. We knew that the slows, shout out to you 360, we knew that the slows would have something foolish.
Someone needs to pull the receipts on these refs, because at this point, vending machines are more consistent than WNBA officiating. It's like Foot Locker handed out whistles and said, "Congrats, you're in charge now." Strike shirts apparently don't come with rule books or common sense. One player gets shoved into next week. Nothing. Someone sneezes near a vet. Technical foul. Blink wrong? That's a flagrant. Catch an elbow? Let's spend 7 minutes reviewing it and still get it wrong. Might as well swap the replay center for a magic 8-ball. And through the chaos, Sophie Cunningham stayed solid. She could have gone viral for retaliating, easy, but instead, she held her ground with that quiet, unshakable, not today energy. Calm, controlled, and completely done with the nonsense.
Every time Caitlin plays, look, Oregon, now look at Marina. The jealousy gotta stop. Look at this. Now watch Marina. Ridiculous. Look, this girl pokes her in the eye. Like Dejanay Carrington did. Now watch Marina. She got to go. Man, look, the jealousy has to stop. Now listen, I like Marina, but she got to go. That is ridiculous. And then the other girl, I don't even know her name. She poked Caitlin right in the eye.
That wasn't just restraint. That was elite control. Sophie could have snapped. Instead, she stood tall, stared daggers, and still got ejected like she started the whole mess. How does that make sense? The league preaches empowerment, but punishes the one player who defended a teammate without throwing hands. Meanwhile, Sheldon charges in like she's in a superhero flick and walks away untouched. Sophie held it down with grace, and somehow that's the problem. It's like saving a cat from a tree and getting fined for not wearing a helmet. And let's not act like this is new. Clark's been getting hammered all season, and every time, the refs look the other way like it's not happening.
On the way for a number of Fever and Sun players following Tuesday night's game. The cost of each serves as another stark reminder of the league's low salaries. Low salaries, man. Let's see here. Hopefully we ain't got to pay for this thing, man. Front office be on some other stuff with their article.
Clark so much as flinches, and the whistle's out in seconds. Meanwhile, players are throwing elbows like it's a free-for-all. The problem? Officiating with zero consistency. We're not asking for perfection, just the same rules for everyone. If Clark reacts, she's emotional. Sheldon charges across the court like a wrecking ball, and it's just part of the game. Make it make sense. The refs don't need a seminar, they need a wake-up call. The bar's already low, and they're still missing it. Honestly, at this point, just give Sophie the whistle.
Oh, lads, Marina Mabrey has started. Marina Mabrey, Sophie Cunningham. I don't even know. I don't even know who started all this. I really don't, don't know who started this whole thing, but it's caused World War CC. How many? There's been about 17 World War CCs at this stage, but if you guys didn't see, Marina Mabrey yesterday, what ended up happening was, again, one of the most viral clips in WNBA history.
Sophie Cunningham showed restraint, not rage. She stood her ground without throwing a punch and still got ejected. That's not discipline. That's a failure in judgment. This could have been a moment to highlight leadership under pressure. Instead, the league punished the calm and rewarded the chaos. If that's the standard, don't be surprised when players check out or stop speaking up. And let's be real, this didn't start on the court. The Suns coach built this with a playbook straight out of a rugby match. When your team is throwing bodies instead of running plays, you don't ask what happened. You ask who made that the strategy.
And I can't say that it is easy to be a referee, especially in the WNBA, or especially in the WNBA right now when it has been turned on its head last season with the induction of Caitlin Clark to the league. It has, I don't even know, 10, 15 times more eyes than it used to. And believe me, the statistics all show that most of the eyes do go towards one team. So I think the officiating towards this one team definitely is going to have to be very closely monitored and made sure that it is called as fairly.
So it's really people out here defending Marina Mabrey for Madden hit sticking Caitlin Clark to the floor, saying that she's just protecting her teammate. For one, it involved Caitlin Clark and JC Sheldon. They had their little spiel before that, and then JC Sheldon scratches Clark in the face, then invades her space after that. Clark pushes her away because of that, and then Marina Mabrey comes get involved, and Madden hit sticks her to the floor, man. And y'all just like she was protecting her teammate. But then Sophie Cunningham is getting called vile and disgusting for dropping JC Sheldon to the floor and dragging her by the hair. So Sophie Cunningham can't stick up for her teammate.